Guts' Enlightenment arc. Berserk Chapter 383 spoilers. Guts meditates inside the shrine, entering a state akin to Griffith's eclipse. Will he emerge as a stronger, more noble person, free from his earthly suffering? This chapter spans 23 pages. Anadi avidya, meaning beginningless ignorance, refers to the immemorial ignorance that must be transcended to attain wisdom and self-realization. Given the title of this chapter, which sets up Guts' new arc through meditation, it's possible that we'll finally witness Guts achieve his ultimate transformation, becoming a stronger, more noble individual. Throughout the series, we've witnessed Guts' struggles and his bloodshed. However, during the entire Fantasia arc, Guts begins to glimpse the possibility of finding peace for himself rather than dwelling on revenge against Griffith for the eclipse. Now, we're witnessing a similar event. Guts is imprisoned, blamed for a kingdom's misfortune, but this time, this darkness will bring him light. The chapter commences within the stupa, revealing that the floor Guts stands on isn't soil or a hard surface, but a lily pad floating in water. A lily pad, a lotus flower in the water amidst muddy waters. The lotus flower holds significant iconography in Buddhism, symbolizing enlightenment. The lotus flower represents the human life floating amidst the impurities and suffering of the muddy world of existence. By floating alone, untouched by the filthy water, human life remains pure and unbound from attachment and suffering. Guts is no longer in the world where Griffith rules, where his trauma and attachments, sources of his suffering, reside. He is alone, devoid of companionship, and now stands at the pinnacle of wisdom. Guts lies down on the lily pad, but gazes at the ceiling, whose spiral, circular pattern resembles an eye. As most of his vision is obscured by darkness, Guts begins to experience hallucinations. By not being able to perceive the world as he normally does, Guts can now enter his own mind uninterrupted. Meanwhile, Silet impatiently questions the stupa's silence, wondering why nothing can be heard. Daiba attempts to use magic to observe the interior but fails, explaining that the chamber is completely disconnected from the external world. Guts has no other choice but to gaze at himself. Within the chamber, Guts experiences visions of a substance falling in clumps from above. First, he sees Griffith and Casca smiling together, as they were before the eclipse. Notice how this vision appears after Guts rests quietly and almost smiles, as if the moment of relief transports him back to the Golden Age. In that era, he found family through the Band of the Hawk and experienced true friendship with Griffith, along with the love he had for Casca. When the vision fades, their next appearance depicts the scene on Elfhelm, where Griffith departs with Casca on Zod's back. Guts remembers his attachments and struggles to break free, but in the end, the clam forms itself around him, fully enclosing him. This process resembles how clams create their shells, secreting mantle material to absorb calcium and salt water to scaffold. By sitting on the lily pad, Guts becomes an isolated human life, or rather, the naked clam itself, gathering sediment to form a shell. The end product of this journey will be a renewed man. This appears to be the challenging aspect addressed in the recent volume's keyword by Koji Mori. He mentions that Miura had difficulty writing this segment, suggesting that we are finally witnessing the payoff to Guts' arc in Fantasia during Miura's health struggles. Perhaps here, even if not significantly, we are about to witness a crucial step in the final saga Miura had planned.